Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur, where we are playing Find the Book. Every city must have a market, and Dessa is no different, but rather than something tawdry, dirty, and bustling. I vowed that for the crafts we gnomes excel at, gymcraft, potion work, book writing, we would house them in a building that befits their grace and honor. And so I was determined to make the Arcadium a house of trade without parallel, a home to all the grandeur you might find elsewhere in the city. Once these buildings were underway, I felt confident to begin work on my next jewel of this ground, the Basilica Nostra. Yeah? Please tell me this is the last...
Salutations.
Okay. And now I'm having Ruby flashbacks. Thank you.
What?
I need to write that. I have like a Ruby fanfic that happens a little bit before Season 3 that is a crossover that I was started just to get myself in the habit of writing. Though I started another thing to get myself writing every day.
What?
None of these are like my for sale stuff. The Basilica Nostra. I was here earlier. There was the really... Couch my racism in scientific terms lady was here. So yeah. This is one of the things I can't do that Kiko does. Shaped stone. Okay, cool. Kiko kind of just focuses on very lighthearted things, and that's a good bit of relaxation. I mean, he does call out things in games that are just terrible, but I tend to hook on them and relate them to real life, and maybe that's a little bit less. It's like, you know, sledgehammer the opinions through, so... And I bet you can hear my chair creak. What can be said about the Basilica Nostra that couldn't do it justice? I raised the walls and created the ceiling, sure enough, but the shell pales in comparison to contents. This is the true culmination of efforts where we distill experiments and crafts and labors into theorems, laws, and axioms. There is where the divine transformation from experience into knowledge truly occurs. Is the portion of this city that I'm proud of, that and the grandness of the Forum, which is the place we are going to go next, because there's an 8th chapter. I have to admit, one of the things I like about games like this is they simplify a lot of things. I mean, some of them have nuance and all that, but it's a little bit difficult to get really great writing in a game just because there's so much of it. It's just the sheer quantity is huge as compared to a novel. But I do like the ability to like punch people in the face that in real life I would not be able to without consequence.
Blessings to you.
Mm-hmm. But it does make me think about things in real life that are, you know, real life problems sometimes. It lets me vent, and sometimes venting is the thing that you need to do. Here we go. Please be the last. 8.
Blessings to you.
Galenum's treasure. Okay, there is a thing at the end of this. The monster at the end of this book. The Forum would be the last of the buildings I would leave to my beloved city, and woe fills me for being too infirm to see it to its completion. But here in time will be a center for all gnomes to have a voice, to hear the words of the just and kind Templars. Snick. Right. Here will be the central pin that holds the city together, its heart, its soul. I weep to think I will no longer sketch the plans and detail the stones that will form the city. But for you, dear reader, who has been fit to follow me throughout my journey in making this city, I leave a simple gift. There is a book hidden in the stacks of the Vivarium, dedicated to those that wish to master the arts of speech, learn his teachings, and use the skill to spread word of my marvelous city after I have passed. Okay, Livarium. Back to the library.
Hello there.
Hi. Don't mind me, I'm just
What's
clearing
needed?
away some debris and, you know, taking all the gold out of it.
You wish to speak?
Not to you. Wee.
What?
Wee. Around the corner we go. To the library we stole
Yes.
a book from earlier when we were working with doing the traveler stuff.
What?
I didn't say anything to you. I didn't ask you anything. Why are you telling me what? Okay. Yay. Okay. No. Items. Book of Persuade. No. Just a moment. Okay, so sorry for that interruption. Cats are being cats. It is difficult to delve deep into the rhetoric of the persuasive arts without first addressing the medium's inexorable detachment from fact, or more put simply, that which is obviously true. Many of my colleagues in the Basilica Nostra are quick to dismiss the value of an education based in the study of rhetoric for the simple reason that rhetoric emphasizes the form an argument takes rather than the basis of the argument itself. Any argument not grounded in hard, irrefutable facts is not worth being made, fought for, or upheld according to them, but there is a world beyond the syllogism, beyond the progressions of postulates and conclusions of discourses, and perhaps most importantly, there exists people over whom fact holds no meaning. It is in those times that a knowledge of rhetoric, of stance, elocution, and dramatization can reign. Another oft-given reason for the avoidance of studying rhetoric made by the scribes and aides of the Domus Politica is the insistence that knowledge of rhetoric might somehow corrupt or otherwise pollute the moral fiber of the one that employs it. Surely such detractors suggest that just as martial or financial power stokes the flame of ambition in those who wield it, so could the power of influence wielded by rhetorician, blah blah blah, give way to equally rampant ambition. Such claims that can only stand with mouth agape. Rhetoric is a product of our enlightened minds. To compare it with the martial authoritarianism or the practice of usury, to present it as merely another avenue for one being to express dominance over another, is wholly absurd. True, rhetoric is a means to an end, but to achieve mastery of rhetoric, one must open one's mind to a corpus, the finest works these lands have to offer. The Misgivings by Balladoret, Decanus Crane's 25 and 1 supports, and internalize them. To excel at rhetoric is to be worldly, to be persuasive. One must examine issues from all sides, and to those that are easily persuaded by even an amateur, I might argue that they are asking to be taken advantage of. In the light of such a testament, then, in the understanding that rhetoric requires such breadth of knowledge, how can my opponents presume to know that rhetoric will yield to corruption? How can a mind that has seen so much, study great works, and diversify their perception to such ends fall to base temptation? Is the pursuit of rhetorical ability not in its own way a quest for self-enlightenment? Is it not in its own way a quest for self-enlightenment? And under such a view, how could we ever assume that such a person could have succumbed? Well, you know, the first worry is that you are... Oh, what is this? Hello. The first thing that worries me is that you're sitting here thinking, oh, there's no way it could ever go bad. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And because it can never go wrong... Oh, you're there. Do I want to do this now?
Blessings to you.
Ooh. Let's speak to him and see what happens. So that happened. I went to go save and the game crashed. I'm not exactly sure how, but that did happen. We are here to speak to Octian. Hello. You're on my highest list of terrible people.
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events.
What
For
did you
starters,
expect?
I expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end.
That is a very broad definition of the term alike.
Did it? Here you stand, suspecting me of a great many crimes, yet unable to lift a finger. Tell me, who has the power? You are a child.
You'll
These
pay for your
crimes,
crimes.
as you call them, shall be my final triumph. Innocent blood has been the price for this research. But the will of souls is priceless. It is worth every sacrifice. I do have one confession, though it's not the one you seek. If a fight is what you desire, you will find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you.
Why are you
A
hard to
long
kill?
career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies.
Uh-huh. So you
I'll
found it.
admit, I did not see you and Hughes allying to blackmail me. His conscience was always his biggest liability. Then Trinio will take over research on the well. He has no such weaknesses. Perhaps I'll even give him your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion.
That is interesting. You know how I died.
Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out.
He went kaboom. Octian go boom. Scaffolding. Can I not break that? I guess. Ah, White Palm Assassins. That wasn't the power I wanted. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yep, yep. I see you over there. I've been dead once already. Didn't like it. Okay, these are appropriate level to me. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, you weren't dead. Got it. This is probably not going to go well for me. Oh, yes, I would. Yes, yes, I would totally dare.
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect.
So, Octien's finished.
Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, Gnome Society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed.
I need to find him.
Ventrilio Desalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn.
Of course he
Now,
was.
you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Edessa's political buzzards are circling.
Yep.
Greetings.
Hi. Kick, kick,
Yes?
kick, 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 kick.
You again. What is it you require of me? You can leave me to deal with Octien.
Okay, so you're not going to let me...
It was my
Hey,
mistake to
Hughes.
assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames.
Hopefully there were copies?
Oh, a great many prizes. treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinia has been working on an island off of Cluricon.
That's behind Twathle
True.
Lines.
But this young lady says she has a way to fix that. I'm not sure how you know Elinshire, but she seems quite eager to speak with you. When you meet Ventrinia, be careful. His genius comes at the price of his sanity. He may want to kill you
Your
the
glasses
second time
are
around for good
floating.
measure. If he hasn't yet gotten completely mad, Ventrinia should be able to get you into Alabastra.
What about your work?
Unfortunately, research on the Well of Souls will be put on hold. Octien organized it in secret, and the other Templars will want to learn all they can of it. But I do not think I'll be idle in the meantime. With Octien out of the way, there will be need of a new Templar in Edessa.
Ooh, you'd defeat Octien and expose his scheming, thereby proving that unmaking the threads of fate is often as important as measuring and spinning them. 5% experience bonus.
You carry a grave responsibility now, my friend.
Okay, I wonder if there's another way to do that. I bet there is,
What's needed?
depending on what conversation options you choose. Wait.
You wish...
Well, there is much work left to be done to the Isles, but I can assure you that one day, Edessa will shine brighter than... Be well.
I can't learn
Good
from
tidings.
you. I know too much. This is the wrong direction. I have no active quest.
What's needed?
Okay, let's go out here and see what kind of quests are going on here.
Yes?
Let's see. What is this? Quest complete. Meet Alan Share in Imar, the Great General. Yep, okay. Cool. So they're going to make us go over to there. Speak with Doriel.
Yes?
Is there another one over here?
Need something?
There is. What is this? Speak with Scholar Naren. Hey, White Circle. I'd like to talk to you. Don't know what you want, but okay, here you are.
Well, when I sent O'Dern to recruit subjects, I didn't think I'd find one quite as tall as yourself.
What is with
But
the
he has done
bloody
well.
tongue thing?
In fact, I'd say you make the perfect test case for my newest work.
What?
The Basilica is currently funding more remote experiments than ever before. Why would they do so much work externally? Makes it difficult to keep track of it all.
Huh.
I've specialized in the study of languages and discourse. Of course, the Basilica sees no end of political applications for my research, so I'm happy to be well funded.
Interesting.
Not all the scholars are dedicated to academia. Some, like Ailey Ehrencourt, are put on bureaucratic duties between projects. It's not always ideal.
Yeah, well, she's stepping down.
In so many words, yes, I'm developing a potion vital for future diplomacy. One that will let the user understand foreign
Okay,
tongues.
that's much
But
less
it requires calibration.
scary than I thought it
Currently,
was.
the potion grants universal understanding, but it will not properly permit speech.
What?
I will administer a new formula. The spells in my lab shall localize the effects, so I can ask a few questions of you in various tongues.
Fine, can we begin?
Yes. Now, I will just administer the potion and we can begin. Yes? If you can understand what I am saying, please tell me my name. Very good. Very good indeed. I'm going to try a different language now. See if you can understand it. Tell me, where can I find the Court of Summer?
Oh.
This is rather remarkable progress. Now, I am not
Oops.
quite as versed in the language of the Jotun as I really
did not
need
mean
to
to
be for this,
skip
but I'll
past
attempt
that.
to ask my final question
I
anyways.
keep doing that in these games.
There is an army of Fae named the Tuatha. Tell me, where are they from?
Are you telling me questions you already know the answer to?
Well done! That was more successful than I'd ever hoped. The potions should begin wearing off completely by this point. I want to go record this data. I'm happy for your assistance. Here, take these potions for your trouble, and thanks again. Yes?
Okay. Whatever. That was weird. That was unusual. Oops. I'm sorry for the big honking hole that I just put into your building. Okay. So, time for a new video since I stopped. What? Anyway, time for a new video. I'll be right back. See you in a moment.